Hey YouTube, here's today's project. I've got a 2011 Volvo S60 with the straight six all-wheel drive turbo, very nice car. I had a no start problem with it. I replaced a starter. I had another video on that starter replacement. And it started several times and then it would not start again. So there's something intermittent going on. And I found it, and I wanted to show you what it is because this would probably apply to most Volvos and probably a lot of Ford cars, because I think Ford might have put this in. But here, let me show you what I found here. Okay, I've got my voltmeter hooked up. We have the negative probe in the negative, and if we connect the positive to the positive, you can see 12.7, which is good. Go over here, 12.7. This is a fuse that goes to the main electrical system of the car. I have 12.7 there. And then down on this side, there's another fuse right here, that beige. And you put the probe down below the fuse, you can see the top of the wire that goes to the starter. And if we connect there, we have nothing. 12.7 and nothing. So this fuse down here, this fuse is shot. And on this car, for whatever reason, the previous owner did not have a battery tie down, so this battery slides around in here, and over time that cable putting force against the fuse, I believe, fractured the fuse. So we're going to pull that apart and see what we find on that fuse, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the problem. So 10 millimeter here, just loosen that, and then this should come off. I've actually already cut the this cable because we're going to replace it. But this is a 13 millimeter. There is what I believe to be the culprit, and if you wiggle this, you can see there's a little bit of movement in there. And then this beige part just comes right apart like that. Of course, that's a one-time clip. Now, stay there. Now you can see that crack right in the middle of that. Focus. The crack right there. Sometimes it'll connect and sometimes not. But you can see that is faulty, and that was a no start condition that resulted in a $400 tow bill. Resulted in me replacing the starter before I found this particular problem. This is 100% my intermittent problem, and like I say, these fuses, it's going to be the same situation here. If you ever have it on the main electrical side, it'll probably be the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and replace this temporarily with just a lug, and these you can buy replacements that'll splice onto the cable from Volvo, because they must know it's a problem. It's about a $100 part. I don't have it, but I do have a lug, so we're going to put a lug on and see what happens. Okay, so this, I believe, is a number 1 gauge wire. This is the one that goes down to the starter, and I have the green lug connection. It might be like a 5/16 or something, with the same size hole that'll go onto that little stud. So we just slide this on here, make sure you get all the strands in, if at all possible. Then orient the lug to where it needs to go. And we will take my crimpers, not really crimpers, but they work. Now have a fuseless connection, which I would recommend replacing it with a fuse, but if you don't have a fuse, this will certainly get you going. And I will mention, if you have this problem and you want to jumpstart it on the downside, the starter side of this fuse, and you can actually put your jumper cable, your positive, to here. And I've actually done this on this car. If I connected it here, it would start. If I connected it here, it would not start the jumper cable. Set that there. I'll go back on. Like so.